Morning. It's day 4 of the Cumbria way, and hopefully the last day. Well, don't mean I'm not enjoying it. It's just where I am in the route. Got 21 miles to go. 6 AM, so hopefully I can bash these out pretty quick. It should be the easiest day of the lot. Once I get to Calbeck, it's pretty much all downhill to Carlisle, relatively. Blisters are sore, but I've patched them up as much as I can, so just see how I get on. What a beautiful morning though. Awesome. Still got about 4 miles to Calbeck. Just walking through like farmer fields and stuff at the minute. It's quite nice. I just thought I'd talk a bit about navigation. There's 2 rules in the Lake District, and especially for the Cumbria way. If it's totally obvious where you're meant to go, there will be a sign. If you're stuck in a field somewhere where there's 10 different exit points, there'll be no signs. So you need to bring your own maps for sure. Do not rely on the signs. I understand the principle of map reading, but I must admit I can't really do it. So I've got a Phoenix 6 Pro from Garmin. So I download maps onto there and just follow it like a sat-nav basically. So it's awesome for me. As a backup, I have OS Maps app on my phone, which I actually download the maps, so I don't need any data to open it up, and the GPS works all the time. So that's a good backup. And I always carry a power bank, just in case my watch or phone dies. To be fair, the power bank I have, it's probably just a cheapie off Amazon, but it's got us through 3 days of charging, so that's pretty good. But yeah, however you map out your walks, you must do it. Do not rely on Lake District signs. Right, so I'm just outside of Calbeck now. Just resupplied there, just from the little village shop. Got there about quarter to 9. It's a Sunday today, and it didn't open to 9, but that's not too bad. Spent an hour there, just like drying my socks out and stuff, chilling. Now I've got 15 miles from Calbeck to Carlisle. So I'm hoping to get done by 5 o'clock maybe a bit quicker. It's all downhill apparently, well relatively anyway, trends downhill. So it might be the easiest day of them all. It's hot mine, so it might not. So this section gets a bit of grief because I suppose it's just because it's not what people think is the Lake District. I think it's mainly sort of like woodland and riverside walking, especially when you get towards Carlisle. So I think people are just a bit snobby about it. But I've seen loads of YouTube videos of the last day. It looks alright to me, looks canny. Like I say, it's just probably wouldn't. People probably just think of the Cumbria way as just being the Lake District and don't consider this final bit. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a bit. So I'm just had a bit of a boring stretch, so thought I'd check in. Give you a couple of observations, I think, about like what to do at night time. When I first started planning this, I fully intended to wild camp all 3 nights. However, you do need to be careful because there's not as many wild camping opportunities as you would think on this route, mainly because it's like goes through like the valleys of the Lake District, so unless you're going off route and up at top of a fell, you might struggle to get a good spot for the night. So that's why the first night I ended up staying at Coniston Hall campsite. Second night I did an actual wild camp. Went over Stake Pass into the Borrowdale Fells area and got a camp near some rapids. That's quite nice. Then the third night, because I was going so long in the day, I stayed in Heather's, like did a bit of car camping in the back of the Skoda Yeti. I think if you do it over like 5 days, like is recommended, or even 6 if you want to like really enjoy it, then you will be able to have a bit more freedom so that you can sort out wild camps. But when I'm doing it in 3.5 days, you have to get a certain amount of miles in, or else you leave yourself doing too much the day after. So even if you get a nice camping spot and it's like 5-6 o'clock, you can't just hang around and chill, so you probably got more miles to get in that day. So I found when doing it over 3.5 days like me, you either have to just literally pitch your tent anywhere and just hope for the best and hope some angry farmer doesn't tell you off, which is not very responsible, or you have a bit of help like I did. Heather stayed in the lakes over the entire time. She met us up at different points so I could swap between day bags and like the big backpack if I was needing a tent. And it meant I just had more options, so I could get the miles in but not take the mick with where I was wild camping and still get a night's sleep somewhere. So I just thought it was something to mention, that you'll see all the YouTube videos of wild camping, and sometimes you get the idea that like you just throw up your tent anywhere and it's like a beautiful spot and no one's there. It's not like that. There's actually very few places on the Cumbria Way where you can do proper wild camping if, like me, you've got a certain amount of miles to hit every day. If you're just chilling, you could do short days, then catch up later on, and you could wild camp it all, but all depends on how quick you want to do it, really. Just thought I'd mention that anyway. Just walking out of Dalston and there's this monstrosity. Nescafe doesn't look very glamorous, does it? Anywho, Dalston's a nice place, like. Bit of Tory energy about it, like. 5 miles to go. Can't believe it. A mere 5 miles. And I spend these 5 miles just having to think about what I've done. Crazy. Heather met us at Dalston. She got in the car park there and had the dogs out for a walk and that. Got me an ice cream as well, which was nice. Big thanks to Heather. Without her, like, I wouldn't have done it. To do it in just over 3.5 days. To do that with a heavy backpack on would have killed us, like, so. Having Heather there where I could swap to a day pack when I can, it's been a godsend. Really good. So thanks Heather. And she brought me into a car camp, which I never thought she would. So she's done well there. That's the Cumbria way done. Get in. Set off at 1 o'clock on Thursday. It's now 5 o'clock on Sunday. So 3 days and like 4 hours. Pretty good. I would never have been able to do it that quick if it wasn't for Heather and letting me like use a slack packing, I suppose it's called. I could have never done it that quick with a full backpack. Not unless it was like an ultralight one. So yeah, buzzing. Really buzzing. And tired. My feet are ruined and I need a McDonald's.